Years ago, my father gave me a bit of advice that really has applied to my life today. I'm Karen Potts. I'm known as the Passion Mentor. I'm a Mind Valley certified coach. I'm also a passion test facilitator. And I'm also deaf. So occasionally I might stumble on my speech. I may have a little bit of a deaf accent, but that is me. Welcome to the YouTube channel, Ageless Passions, also like part 2. I'm the founder and owner of the Passion School, where I help people in midlife and beyond create amazing second half of life with more fun, more joy, more adventure. So welcome to the channel. Now going back to my father. My father was a World War II vet. Very strict guy. He had a great sense of humor though. And my father was a storyteller. He could tell stories. In fact, I was born with normal hearing, and I could remember climbing into bed after my father did a double shift. And he would tell me stories until I fell asleep. So of those early days, I remember being able to hear, normal hearing. And then I started losing my hearing in kindergarten. I was officially diagnosed with hearing loss in 2nd grade. And I got my first hearing aid at the age of 9. So going back to my father, my father absolutely loved to give advice here and there. But there's one piece of advice that I remember very vividly. My father said to me, Karen, never get into a pissing contest with a skunk. You will lose. And he was right. What he really meant by this is to really pick and choose your battles. Who you will argue with, why you are arguing with someone, and whether or not it is even worth getting into a pissing contest with someone that you were going to lose to. One example of this is I have a person who enjoys making my life miserable, but he also enjoys making many other people miserable too. So I'm not the only one. And from early on, I noticed that this guy would literally argue. Even if I said hello, he would come up with an argument about why he was miserable about my hello, or whatever it was. You cannot win an argument with this guy. He is a skunk. Yeah, and the minute you get into a pissing contest with someone who is a skunk, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. So for your own peace of mind, peace in your soul, you have to pick and choose what you stand for and who you will give your time and your energy to. Because we can choose how and who we want to share our energy with. In many cases, there are some cases where we have skunks in our lives and we cannot escape from them. But we can choose how we're going to respond to them. We can choose how much of our own peace we're going to give up to the skunk. Yeah. So that piece of advice that my father gave me, it has crossed my mind time and time and time again. Don't get into a pissing match with the skunk. You will lose. Identify those people in your life who are your skunks, and figure out, one, can you cut them out of your life? Or two, how do you want to respond to them? Because the skunks that are out there are not going to change their mind. They're out to get you. They're out to spray you with their negativity, pessimism, the very nature of just arguing with people. They're out there to protect your own peace and your soul. You need to identify who are the skunks in your life and stop giving time and energy to the skunks. Instead, divert to the positivity, to the people, to the causes, to the path that you want in your life, and eliminate the skunks from your life. Yeah. I also remember a time when someone really challenged my character and said some very untruthful things about me to other people. And at first I was angry. My first thought was to lash out at that person, call them and get them a piece of my mind. But that person consistently chose to be a skunk with me. No matter what I said or how I framed something, that person continued to lash back and had an agenda. So after going through that situation, I sat back and I thought, I'm not going to give any more time or effort to that person. What I chose to do instead was to allow my own character to come through and allow karma to take care of anything that was happening. And sure enough, it worked. Some people would come up to me and say, oh, so-and-so is, spreading all these rumors. And I'm like, you are welcome to come to me and ask me what my truth is. And before long, my truth was going around. And then eventually the skunk ran away. So if you have a person in your life who you've identified as a skunk, stop playing with them. Stop giving your time to them. Focus and work on building your own character, your own passion path, and giving your energy to things that matter to you. That is how you keep the peace in your life and in your heart, is knowing you have integrity, knowing that you stand for something that's bigger than what the skunk is putting out. So let my dad's piece of advice come into your life and identify the skunks, and don't get into a pissing match with them.